and welcome to another episode of FooBar. In today's episode, I'm going to interview Nitzan Shapira. If you're interested in more content about serverless, cloud computing, or software engineer practices in general, you should subscribe to my channel in the red button below. I post a video every Tuesday, so let's get started! This is another video in the series of interviewing referent people in the serverless industry. So this is a great collection of videos that I made during the README conference in November, and I want to share with you. Today I'm interviewing Nitzan Shapira. He is the CEO of Hexagon. Hexagon is a really cool monitoring tool. So I will leave all the links to find Nitzan and his company online in the description box. Let's go to the interview. So hello and welcome to this interview. I'm really happy that you're here, and can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. I'm Nitzan Shapira. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Hexagon. And yeah, I'm here at reInvent for the entire week with the team.
How you got started with serverless?
Well, actually, my partner, Ran, the CTO, he had some experience with AWS and Lambda. He was like an Alexa skill developer. He had some top performing skills. He could even get some money for them. And that's where we got like familiar with serverless. We got into it, we started researching, and we saw that it's like a really cool domain to go after, really emerging, a lot of technology challenges, so we chose to go into it.
Cool. So what are the biggest challenges on developing serverless applications?
Yes, so there are different challenges from managing the code, testing it, deploying it, and obviously I think the biggest challenge is understanding how it's going in production, monitoring it, troubleshooting it, making sure that your system health is as it should be. And then one of the biggest challenges is actually managing the cost and monitoring and predicting the cost because of the pay-per-use model.
So from these challenges, Hexagon was born.
Yeah, so Hexagon was born from the challenge of the complexity of serverless applications that are very distributed. So essentially, we went into the distributed tracing technology domain, and we provide this automatic way of understanding the application production.
Can you tell a little bit more about Hexagon and how it helps serverless teams to solve problems?
Yeah, definitely. So Hexagon is an automated tool for observability and cost monitoring of serverless applications. So we automatically do distributed tracing across the entire application, including compute such as Lambda, all the services around it, APIs, and we discover the entire application. We trace transactions from end to end, so troubleshooting becomes very, very fast. And then we provide cost monitoring and breakdown to make sure that your serverless application is up to budget. Cool.
And how somebody can get started with Hexagon?
So it's actually very easy. You can just sign up on the website. There is a free tier, free trial. The integration is super simple. It takes just a few minutes and you will get a lot of insights about your application. And then AWS just announced the layers, which allows you to actually make it even easier to have Hexagon already integrated with your function.
That's cool.
Through the AWS dashboard.
So now you have a very easy way to get all your notice of all the dashboards and all the information from your application.
It's really easy now.
That's really cool. Can you tell me a little bit what is the difference between Hexagon and X-Ray or other monitoring tools that are around?
Yeah, definitely. So Hexagon is focused on two main things, which are, first of all, distributed tracing. So we don't just provide monitoring for function invocations, but actually for end-to-end distributed transactions that go through multiple functions and services. So from API gateway to Lambda to SNS to another Lambda and so on. These kind of traces are more complicated to understand.
Because asynchronous calls get lost in the way.
Yes.
So it's very hard to trace them around. So.
Exactly. So using our technology, these asynchronous events are connected automatically together and you get an actual trace. And then we provide analysis of the business flow as well over time. So aggregated numbers around how your user is experiencing the system. And we do it completely automatically, which is another difference. There is no manual code changes at all.
That's cool.
And the last part is the cost monitoring, which is very unique to Hexagon. So we take the performance data and we calculate cost information and monitoring and forecasting. So you know that how your performance is actually affecting your bill.
Cool. And what you see is the future of serverless, how you see this evolving, because serverless is pretty new, but a lot of things have happened in the last 4 years, and how you see the future.
So I think the future of serverless is about focusing more on your business application. So people want to go to the managed services approach. So if it's Lambda, if it's using API Gateway and S3, or using something like AWS Fargate to have a managed container. So basically serverless is about managed, and you want to go and you want to give the cloud provider a responsibility about everything that is not your business application.
Yes.
So I think this is the future. So using all those services together to create a real serverless managed application.
Cool. And about reInvent, is it your first reInvent?
Yeah, it's actually the first one. It's been we have 4 people from our team here.
Nice.
It's been very busy week. It's great because everyone is here, from
Okay.
AWS to all the users of serverless and all the partners. So it's really good to meet all of them.
Did you manage to go to some session or no?
I actually didn't go to any session.
Good.
I'm sad to admit, but my partner, like the CTO, went to some about Lambda, and he had some great comments.
Cool. But the priority was networking, I imagine, for you guys.
Yeah,
And
meeting
meeting
the
people,
people that are involved in
excellent.
serverless.
you have to choose when you come to reInvent what is your target, if it's
Yeah.
networking or sessions or learning, because there is so many things coming.
Yeah, so we sent 4 people. Next year, I believe we will have 10
Nice.
people. So
Yes. How big is Hepsagon?
currently, it's close to 15
Oh,
people.
nice.
We are just opening the US branch for the commercial team.
Cool.
So we are expanding.
Cool. And what is your favorite lunch? What was the best thing that was announced for you in reInvent?
Well, obviously the layers feature was the most important one because we
Yes.
were featured in it, and it will enable our Lambda users to really integrate tools like Hepsagon much easily. And I also liked some of the other announcements. Like it wasn't really an announcement, but there was a session about how Lambda is actually built
Yes.
from the underneath. So it's really interesting to see the complexity and
Yes.
the scale of these things, and also the announcement of Firecracker
Yes.
is pretty cool. So I like those things. Generally, really cool stuff
Cool.
was announced.
Great. So thank you very much for being here. And
Thank you.
I'm really happy to have you again in the future for more about Hepsagon or about yourself. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Marcia.
This was the video for today. I hope you like it. If you did, give a big thumbs up, and also for me a thumbs up means that you like this kind of interviewing concept and you want to see more. I'm planning to make a second round of interviews maybe in the middle of the year, and I would like to know who you want me to interview. So let me know in the comment box below so I can reach out to those people. Around here there are other videos from my channel for you to watch, so go ahead and click. And if not, I see you in the next episode of FooBar. Ciao, ciao!